What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome into episode 99, everybody. I am your host, SleezBall. Today's episode will be my running back week 7 weekly rankings, top 32. Remember, there's two teams on a bye, guys, the Cowboys and the Bears. So Rico Dowdle, DeAndre Swift, make sure they are not in your lineups. Before we dive into it here, guys, make sure you smash that thumbs up, hit that subscription button, turn that bell on. It helps me out a ton. I will be live Thursday to Monday with different content creators joining the shows. We'll be going over everything we like for fantasy football here to help you guys with all questions you have. And if you guys cannot make the live shows, you can always drop any comment you have down below. My goal is to answer them all to try and help you guys win your weekly matchups and get you that ultimate goal of a championship, guys. And if you want to check out my quarterbacks, defense, I will get my wide receivers and tight ends tomorrow. I'll get all my stardom sit-ems out for you, hopefully before the Thursday kickoff. It's been a slow week for me. It's been a busy week, so I've been behind a little bit. But let's dive into my running back rankings here, guys. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is my running back board for week 7 here, guys. You'll see the ballers tier at the top. That's must-start running backs, absolute smash plays, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. We're going to go through this all in one shot. You are going to see Jonathan Taylor up here at the top because I do not know if he is practicing yet, but I'm going to get to how much I love him if he plays this week when we get to that part of it here, guys. Now, when you're looking at the bottom here, you're also going to see all the injured players and people that are off my list. So CMC, if you watch my buy now video, it is time to go get Christian McCaffrey, guys. I think his window is going to be opened up here this week pretty soon. And man, no other player you want than him. ETN looks like he's week to week. Pacheco's still out. Looks like week 9 or 10 for him. DeAndre Swift on a bye. Zach Moss has pretty much lost the job. Tyjae Spears week to week as well. Devin Singletary, I've moved off my board. Rico Dowdle on a bye, and Jerome Ford hamstring looks week to week for him. Now, heading into my ballers tier guide, number 1 running back on the week is going to be Saquon Barkley, and the matchup versus the Giants is not going to look good, right? So the Giants currently versus the running back right now on the season are a not bad defense. They are a number 13 versus the run. They allow 19.9 points to the running backs as total in a game. They're 7th in the red zone, and they only give up 81.7 yards to the running back position. But this is the revenge game of all revenge games at New York. They are going to feed Saquon like a machine, and he is going to run them over. I am all in on Saquon Barkley this week. Number 2, man, the 30-year-old King Henry, just the number 1 running back in fantasy football, averaging just bonkers points at age 30. It's absolutely crazy. Or he's number 2 behind Alvin Kamara by 1 point. Sorry. But he's averaging 22.6 points per game. This guy is just getting fed like an absolute machine. He goes Monday night at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay ranks 20 versus the run. This is going to be a high-scoring shootout game. He's an absolute must-start every single week and probably should have been the number 1 pick in fantasy football, which is crazy to say. They also rank 19th in the red zone. And they give up 80 yards to the position in the game, but it's different when you're facing the RPO of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. This man is going to run them over. Number 3, I thought about putting Kyren number 1, man. The Oakland Raiders are absolute shambles right now. The whole franchise falling apart. Trading Javante Adams. Looks like Max Crosby is even on the trade block right now for updates I've seen, which is even better for Kyren Williams if that happens. So the Las Vegas Raiders rank 26th versus the running back. They give up 26.6 points per game. They rank 20th in the red zone. They give up 111 yards to the position. This is an all-out Kyren Williams ball-out game here, guys. I almost put him 1, but just for, the revenge game for Saquon, I had to put him at top. Number 4, he's back. Brees, Lightning, Nathaniel Hackett. That's all it was. He just needed to go as the offensive coordinator, and look how good Brees looked on Monday night versus the Bills, man. It was finally good to see Brees looking like old Brees out there with the right play calls behind the line, running perfect, getting open, breaking plays. Now, even better news for Brees Hall going forward. The New York Jets signed Davante Adams. There will be no stacked boxes with Davante Adams and Garrett Wilson. Brees Hall is going to absolutely feast. It's just a matchup. So when you're looking at it, you're going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers here. Their run D is phenomenal. Their total D is phenomenal. And it's not a good matchup, but it's Brees Hall. So Pittsburgh currently ranks 7th versus the running back, giving up 18.1 points per game in total to the position. They rank 5th in the red zone. So very tough touchdown upside here and 74 yards a game. But again, if Davante's out there this week, it's going to be very hard to decipher how to stop this offense. And Aaron Rodgers looked great against the Bills. That was like a playoff game. It was great to watch. Number 5, the guy I told you was going to absolutely smash last week, and people kind of questioned it. Look what happened. Bijan Robinson absolutely exploded onto the scene. Everyone crushes the Carolina Panthers. The Falcons this week will be going up against the Seattle Seahawks in a possible shootout game, which is what you want. Seattle Seahawks defense is bad versus the run, guys. They rank 22nd. They give up 24.2 points. They're 17th in the red zone, and they give up 125 yards to the position. So you can expect Tyler Algier and Bijan to go absolutely bonkers this game again. And Algier might be a nice flex play, but I don't have him in my top 32. Rounding it out, Joe Mixon just comes off the injury and absolutely goes nuts last week. Now the Houston Texans this week will get the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are middle of the pack. 15th versus the run, giving up 21.7. High touchdown upside here as well in the red zone. They rank 21st, and they give up 90 yards a game to the position. But again, Joe Mixon is like a full workhorse, never comes off. It's just awesome to see every time. I don't care how old he is. The man just balls out every single game. Number 7 pains me, man. David Montgomery. It's just like he has Dan Campbell has like a thing for Montgomery. I want to see Jahmyr Gibbs just get loose, but it's the Montgomery show right now. I know he carries a high injury upside with him every single year, but the man is on a mission right now. He is absolutely going nuts, and I don't even like the matchup. It's just he scores touchdowns every game. It's ridiculous. So the Minnesota Vikings are second versus the running back. So I'll pull them both up here. We'll talk about it at the same time. I have Jahmyr Gibbs at 12. Now, Minnesota only gives up 15 points to the position. They're 13th in the red zone, so kind of a touchdown upside. Montgomery will probably fall in the end zone. 57 yards a game they give up. But the Detroit Lions offensive line is going to manhandle the Vikings defensive line. I know the Vikings blitz at a crazy amount rate, but this offensive line, these are why these two guys are always in the top 10 every single week. It's because they're just massive running backs behind a massive line. Number 8, this is going to be one of my smash plays this week, is Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's matchup this week, guys, is just pure gold against the Buffalo Bills. Now, I know you're going to say it's the Buffalo Bills. They could be behind. Tyjae Spears is even out, it looks like. So he's not even going to be out there. So this is the full Tony Pollard show. Buffalo Bills rank 31st versus the running back, giving up 31.4. They just let Breece Hall go nuts on them. They're 25th in the red zone, giving up 7.4. They allow 111 yards a game to the running back position. I don't care if the Titans are down by 20 in this game. It's going to be all Tony Pollard. He is an absolute smash play this week. Speaking of smash plays, here we go again. Brian Robinson Jr. Now, the update isn't that he's back yet, but it looks like he should be, so pay attention to the injury updates on this. But guys, you get the Carolina Panthers. And like I said last week with Bijan Robinson, why he's going to kill him. This is why. They give up 33.9 points per game to the running back. That is dead last, 32nd. They give up 15 points in the red zone, guys. 15 points in the red zone is dead last, but do you want to know who's behind that at 31st is 9. So they give up 5-point average more than any other team in the red zone to the running backs. They cannot stop anything. They give up 133 yards to the position that is dead last in the NFL. This has Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler written all over it. So I'm going to pull up Austin Eckler here as well. He is down at the bottom. I believe he's like running back 26 or 25 for me this week. Now, if Brian Robinson is not out there, you can put Austin Eckler all the way up to the top as well. Heading down to number 10 here, Jordan Mason. So he's practiced back-to-back here. Looks like he's going to be out there. Don't go crazy rushing for Garendo and spending a ton of money on the waiver wire because the AC joint sprain looks to be okay for Jordan Mason. You get the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I know the Kansas City Chiefs are number 1 versus the run. They're giving up 14.4 points. They're number 8 in the red zone, and they give up 52 yards, which is number 1. But it ain't the Niners, man. And Jordan Mason, as the most broken tackles and yards after tackle in the NFL, this man is putting on a Marshawn Lynch 2.0, and it doesn't matter what the matchup is. I'm starting him every single week. Number 11 is the number 1 running back in fantasy football, Alvin Kamara, averaging 22.8 points per game. This matchup this week for Kamara, though, and the Saints on Thursday night against Denver, right? Denver's defense has gotten better weekly, but they're missing their superstar Pat Surtain. Looks like he's going to be out with a concussion. They rank 17th versus the running back, giving up 22.2 points. They rank 11th in the red zone, so they get a lot stingier when it tightens up. But again, they're missing their superstar, so it's really going to be a different game here when you're looking at these numbers. And he gives up 92 yards a game to the running back position. I love Alvin Kamara this week, especially on the short week, especially with the rookie quarterback that's going to dump it off, and especially versus Denver defense that's, kind of depleted without their guy out there. Number 13 is going to be Kenneth Walker, and I wanted to rank him higher, but I keep telling you guys, if you watch my videos or, been a subscriber before and you're coming back, and thank you guys for the subscriptions if you have, that they're good versus the run. The Atlanta Falcons are number 8 versus the run, giving up 18.2 points per game to the position. They're number 6 in the red zone. So tough touchdown upside. I really love Kenneth Walker a ton. He's like one of my favorite running backs to watch. He looks great in the grub offense. It's just a tough matchup for me here. That's the only reason I have him low. They give up yards. So they give up 96.8 yards, but they don't give up touchdowns. That's the tough part for Kenneth Walker this week. Number 14, if he's back healthy this week, will be James Cook. Make sure you watch for the updates. If he is not, I'm okay putting Ray Davis right here because he looked absolutely electric on Monday Night Football. It was absolutely bonkers. I could not believe what I saw from the rookie coming out. I mean, that catch, the 40-yard catch on Josh Allen's scramble where he's falling down, man, I did not think he was going to look that good. He definitely proved me like he's going to earn some playing time here. But they get the Tennessee Titans, and they just acquired Amari Cooper. This is going to be a run over the Titans' terrible offense game. I don't care even what their defense looks like. So the Titans currently ranked 9th versus the running back, giving up 19.1. They rank 12th in the red zone, so the numbers look kind of good. And they give up 72 yards, which is bottom 10 low in yards. But they're going to be behind this whole game, and James Cook is going to crush them with running, or Ray Davis if he's out there. So I'm willing to swap Ray Davis right here in this spot because the matchup's so great. J.K. Dobbins coming in at number 15. This man has a glorious matchup, guys. The Arizona Cardinals on Monday Night Football. No Marvin Harrison, most likely with a concussion. Don't think he's going to be out there because no one's cleared protocol yet within a week to play. They rank 23rd versus the running back. They give up 24.7. They rank 18th in the red zone. They give up 125 yards. And you just saw J.K. Dobbins light up last week without Gus. You saw Kamani Vidal sprinkle in a little bit, but J.K. was a 3-down workhorse back, and he's going to crush it again this week against Arizona on Monday Night Football 100%. Number 16 in Tier 2 is Chuba Hubbard. This guy is just a model of consistency. That's exactly what Chuba Hubbard is. It looks like the update today that we will see Jonathan Brooks in Week 9. So this is going to be one of my sell highs if you can possibly coming up here because the Panthers aren't going to be in contention. They're going to look to see what they have in their rookie here coming down the stretch. And Jonathan Brooks was electric out of Texas, man. I was really, really excited to see him come out. After Chuba Hubbard here is just the floor play. Josh Jacobs. I can't figure out what is going on with Josh Jacobs. He's just a 10-point, 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 12-point, 9-point, 10-point. When are we going to see the ceiling? I don't know if that's going to happen, especially not in this game. The Houston Texans are very good versus the run. That's why I have Josh Jacobs so low. They are number 5 versus the run, giving up 17.3. They're number 15 in the red zone, so there is a little touchdown upside, and he gives 79 yards a game. I don't see this being a high Josh Jacobs game. I am a lot lower on him this week than normal. Last week I had him super high, and he didn't do anything again. Well, I mean, he decent floor play, but he wasn't the Josh Jacobs explosive play that I want. Number 18, guys. So this right here, if they can get this figured out, Devon Achane has a chance to be a top 5 running back this week. I just can't rank him up there. If you follow my content, he's my guy. This is like my guy. The matchup is beautiful. You get the Indianapolis Colts. They rank 21st versus the running back. They give up 120 yards a game. It's just Tyler Huntley is the quarterback. I know he got a win. I know they got the bye. Maybe they got a little more chemistry going. He's also in concussion protocol, so you have to pay attention to that as well. But I'm also going to throw up Raheem Mostert here as well. He's my running back 29 because the matchup is so great. And if the Dolphins can just figure out how to get a little offense going and get a little momentum, this could be a smash play for both of them, and they both could find the end zone in this game. But again, with Tyler Huntley, I just cannot rank Achane where he should be, which should be in the top 3 every week. Heading down to Tier 3 here, guys. Ramondre Stevenson, again, he was injured as well last week, but looks to be back this week. Antonio Gibson, you saw how it was just so bad to watch. And this is a great matchup right here for Ram, if he can get out there healthy. The Jaguars rank 28th versus the running back. They give up 27.3 points. They rank 30th in the red zone, and they give up 81.3 yards per game to the position. And Drake May unlocked this offense, which I've been saying to put Drake May out there since week 1. I know they had to give him a little rest behind Jacoby, learn a little bit, see the system, see the NFL, see the speed, see how it goes. I get all that. But this is a great matchup for Ramondre Stevenson and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're just struggling, man. It's been a rough season for them. So I really like the Ram play this week. Coming in behind Ram, this is tough because I really want to put James Conner higher, but you get the Chargers. The Chargers are number 6 versus the running back. They're number 2 in the red zone. Very, very stingy red zone defense and 77.6 yards per game. But there's no Marvin Harrison. So you should see them lean on Conner a little more. I know he got banged up last game, run up and down the sideline. Injury looks to be fine. The matchup's not great. Kyler's not been playing great. And it's just been ugly. So I'm just going to leave Conner at 20, although I'm such a Conner fan, it pains me to leave him here. Number 21 is going to be Najee Harris, who popped last week with a disgusting diving touchdown, a little flex afterward. Let him know, Najee. I was super happy to see him finally find the end zone in the game. But you get the Jets here. And there's some reason they're putting in Russell Wilson as quarterback as the update. I know that probably helps Najee because Justin Fields will run and take away goal line touchdowns and stuff like that. But the Jets are just different. I know you could say that the Bills just ran over the Jets, but that's a different offensive system. That's a different coordinator, different offensive line. They're just a better offense. So I think it's going to be a little lower expectations here for Najee this week. And they got Davante Adams coming in. The Jets are going to be wild up. They're going to be firing everywhere. It's going to be a rough game for Najee. Coming in after him is Aaron Jones. Hang on. And Aaron Jones, the Vikings just signed Cam Akers, so we don't have an update what's going on. I don't know why they would trade picks if there's no update for the injury for Aaron Jones, so definitely pay attention to this. And this is going to be a big game for the Vikings, guys. They're undefeated. They're coming off a bye. They're facing the 4-1 Lions. This is for number 1 in the division. This is all or nothing here kind of game. The Detroit Lions just lost their superstar. So when you're looking at these numbers, the Lions are number 3 versus the run at 16.5. They're number 10 in the red zone. They give up 55 yards. But Hutchinson is gone. So the opportunity to run right will be there all game. Again, you just got to pay attention to if Aaron Jones is out there or not. It's very weird what's happened with the Cam Akers trade. And I think this is going to be more of a pass-heavy game on both sides than run game either way. But again, you got to follow the updates on this one. Coming in next to him is Chase Brown. Just give this guy the starting job already, please. Zach Moss is terrible, man. Chase Brown looks way more explosive. I know Zach fumbled. I know Chase fumbled, but it was it wasn't like a fumble. It was a great hit ahead of the sideline. He hit the game-winning touchdown after that, so they still had trust in him. You like to see that. The Cincinnati Bengals had a very tough matchup with the Giants. They get another tough matchup against the run D against the Cleveland Browns. So, like I say in like all my videos, the Browns defense is great. They're just always on the field. Their offense hasn't done anything to help them. They still rank 11th versus the run. Think about that. They only give up 19.4 points per game to the running back position, and they are on the field 24/7. This defense is damn good. They just tired, man. I mean, here's how you break it down right here. So 11th versus the run, and they're the only team in the top 20 that are high versus the run and terrible in the red zone. Why is that? Because by the time they get to the red zone, they're so tired from being out there the whole time that they just get scored on. That's why. So I like the play, but it's still going to be a tough matchup here. They rank 26th in the red zone. So that's high touchdown upside here for Chase Brown, but it is a good defense. That's why I have Chase Brown lower this week. Coming at the end of tier 3 is Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt has been the workhorse guy. I think he's still going to be the workhorse guy. I don't care that CEH has been activated for the 21-day window. The Chiefs just do not love CEH. It's zero matter to me there at all. Carson Steele has been a ghost ever since one game. This is the Kareem Hunt show 100% until you get Isaiah Pacheco back, probably like week 10 or 11, and they're undefeated right now, so they can probably even wait even longer. So Kareem Hunt's value is still good for 4 to 5 weeks here to me. So you get the 49ers this week. They rank 16th versus the run, get up 22 points. James Conner just smashed us last week or 2 weeks ago. So, I mean, the play could be here. And for some reason, I'm a Niner fan. I know the Chiefs, they can always run against us. And we rank 24th in the red zone. So there's a very high touchdown upside here for Kareem Hunt as well. And they give up 81 yards a game to the position. So definitely a low-end RB2 play for him. Definitely a startable flex. And I like Kareem Hunt this week. Now, next, I'm not going to put Devin Singletary on here. If the Giants are smart, they've seen who the better running back is. They see how the offense looks better with him out there. And I just want to see Tracy out there with Neighbors at the same time to see how this offense looks. Maybe it will help Danny Dimes. It should, because he's such a roller coaster. It's crazy. But Tyrone Tracy this week, guys, the Giants, they're going to get the Eagles at home. And you're going to have Saquon's revenge game here. Now, the Eagles' strength is the run. They're 12th versus the run. They give up 19.8 points. They're very good in the red zone, so low touchdown upside for Tyrone Tracy. But they give up yards galore, 101 yards to the running back position, which is very high, bottom 10 in the NFL. And they give a lot of receiving work to the back as well, too. So I think he's won this job, man. He just looks better. I don't know. Again, Dayball loves Singletary. Singletary could be back as a starting back, which would really hurt. But I still think Tracy's going to outscore him either way. I had Austin Eckler next. Coming after Austin Eckler in tier 4 here is going to be Bucky Irving. He looked great against the Saints. I was worried about his size in the 3-down roll. He shut me up on that. Even rushed in a red zone touchdown at the end after kind of scoring the first time, so we got a little second attempt at it. But, man, that play where he broke like 9 tackles to go 40 yards was disgusting. As I told you, it's like a little Barry Sanders 2.0. But you get the Baltimore Ravens this week. The Baltimore Ravens, guys, only allow 45 rush yards a game. They are number 1 at rush yards. They are number 4 versus the running back, giving up 17. They're number 14 in the red zone, so there is a kind of a touchdown upside there, but Bucky's really small to go up against these big guys down low for the Ravens. That's their strength, is their front. Their front 7 is gross. And I threw Rachaad White on here as well at the very end. He's my 32nd. Again, he was doubtful last week, so could possibly play this week. But again, these guys, they're more likely sit-ems than me at the end here because this is a very, very tough matchup for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes. His name is finally back on my board. One of my favorite running backs, Nick Chubb, is supposed to be back this week for the Cleveland Browns, making his debut. Now, I know you got to temper expectations. He's probably going to see like 5 to 8 touches in this game. Nothing crazy, right? But the matchup is here, guys. The Cincinnati Bengals are not good versus the run. They give up 23.2 points. They're very bad in the red zone. They rank 22nd. So if the Cleveland Browns can get down there, Nick Chubb has a great chance of falling into the end zone. And they give up 105 yards. If he was at full ramp up right now and say Nick Chubb was healthy, he would be in my top 6 running backs of how good this matchup is. It's just his first game back, so I'm tempering it. But God, it makes me happy to see Nick Chubb back on my board. Heading out of the bottom of tier 5, Javante Williams, man. It's just ugly, the Broncos all around. And this matchup is good. The Saints rank 24th versus the running back. They give up 26.1. They rank 16th in the red zone, so the touchdown upside is there. They give up 111 yards. They're not going to have Shaheed. They're not going to have Olave out with a concussion. You're going to have Spencer Rattler at quarterback. This could be a good game for Javante. I just don't trust it. I've never trusted him. I never trust this Broncos offense. All the signs point to a good play. I'm okay if you flex him, but it's just always scary for me. And number 30 here, you're going to think is crazy. So I know Tank Bigsby's been balling, but Tank Bigsby's been balling when he comes into the game. I don't think he's going to be the 3-down guy. You saw Dearness Johnson step in. He looked even faster. I mean, I know you get the Patriots, right? And everything looks good. Like this is like a Tank Bigsby smash game. I'm just not buying it. So this should be like a 20-point game for him if he's the full workhorse guy, and I should have him ranked in the top 15. But I just don't. And I'm going to read you the numbers. They rank 27th versus the running back. They give up 27 points to the position. They rank 28th in the red zone. They give up 118 yards. This should be a smash Tank Bigsby game, but I just don't trust Tank Bigsby. So that's the only part behind that. I know that it's going to sound crazy, but we'll see when we get back to it because I need to see if he can actually carry that role. That is it for episode 99, everybody. Thanks for rocking with me for the episode. That was the end of my running back top 32 rankings heading into week 7. I have been a little bit behind this week, guys. I will get my wide receiver and tight ends out to you tomorrow. I will get my stardom sit-ems all out before Thursday, hopefully before the kickoff. That's one of my goals. It's just been a slower week for me. Before we head out of here, guys, make sure you smash that like, hit that subscription button, turn that bell on so you know when I'm live. I will be live all weekend long, again, helping you guys with any questions, anything you guys have. As always, if you cannot make the show, drop any comments you have down below. It does not have to pertain to this video. My goal is to answer every single one of them, get you guys that weekly win, and get you that ultimate goal of a championship, man. And that is it for me tonight. I hope to see you guys in the next video. SleezBall out.